Meredith.
Thank you.
And she's going to be our first speaker today. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session. We're Rural Fellows with the Rural Development Leadership Network, and as she was saying, I'm an entrepreneur. I have several businesses. I'm the sole proprietor of a resume and writing service, and I'm a general partner of a small press, and also I'm an author, a co-author of a book, Married to Sin, which describes intergenerational incest, family violence, and extreme family dysfunction and poverty in rural Mississippi, which is in the southern part of the United States. And I'm also the author of James Meredith, Warrior and the America That Created Him. He was a civil rights worker during the 50 years ago. He was the first black to attend an all-white college in the state of Mississippi. And in terms of empowerment of rural women, being in business and having entrepreneurial skills is very important, because when a woman leaves an abusive or physically, mentally abusive relationship, she has to have an economic means to take care of herself. And business is one means of taking care of oneself when they walk out the door. Whether you walk out the door with the clothes on your back, as Tina Turner, a famous entertainer, did in the 80s, who was being abused by her husband, who was also the manager of her career. Or if you leave with the suitcase and you leave the house behind, the car that's 3 years old, and you go, you still have to take care of yourself. And I was reminded that just last week I was speaking to my husband's nurse, and she said to me that the hardest part about her leaving was doing it all. She had to be mama and daddy, pay all the bills, take care of all the children, manage their lives, and it was so difficult. She told us that it was difficult because even though her husband was mentally abusive, he never had anything good to say to her, but he helped pay the bills. And he picked the kids up from daycare and did different things. But she said the other thing that was very troubling to her was falling in love again. She had met this beautiful, nice man, but she took the baggage from her first relationship into the second relationship. It took her 5 years to fall in love with this good man that she had. Thank God he stayed there the 5 years when she was having a difficult time. But one of the things that I think is so important about being a business proprietor, first you got to have a product, you got to be able to take it to market, you got to have a reasonable price, and then you've got to be able to make a profit. And in order to know if you're making a profit or not, you've got to keep books. You got to know how much it costs and how much you got to sell before you can break even and all of those kinds of things. That's very important. But you got to believe that you can rise up above it all and start over. And in that, I think I have one more minute. I wanted to mention Darlene Collier, who is the co-author of the book Married to Sin. She was in an abusive relationship for almost 40 years, never left. And in the end, her husband unfortunately died. But after he died, she had a great transformation. She became more secure within herself, started selling her book, which was her product, dressing real nice, the big hat, the nice suits. She started to live again. And I think that that's one of the biggest things, that when you have a skill, entrepreneurship or whatever you do, whether you have t-shirts or whatever, it's being able to believe that you can bring the money home and put the bacon on the table. When you believe that you can do that, then you're on the road to transforming yourself into becoming empowering and taking care of you and yours. Thank you.